Howdy do, y'all. Tables here. We are going to be doing a crafting video today. Now, I think that the best way to go about crafting your helmet is to go with a fractured base. In this case, we went with an Eternal Berg helm, and it has a 34% chaos resistance fracture on it. I personally think this is the best way to do it. It guarantees you your chaos res, and in my opinion, I prefer essence crafting. So we have some shrieking essences of anger, which will give us fire res. We're looking for at least 45 of lightning and fire, and we're going to spam until we get something that we want. Now, I got super lucky on this craft, so, results are going to vary. So, just keep that in mind. I paid a div for the base, another div for 45 essences, a div for all the annulments, and another div for the exalts. Now, there was a helm that I really wanted, but it was 5 div. I thought I could craft it for less. Turns out we crafted it for maybe 1.1, maybe 1.2 div, just because of how lucky we got on this thing. So it's really exciting to be able to get off such a kind of a monstrous craft this early league, even though it's super basic. But that's really all you need. You don't need anything ultra extravagant. This is not intended to be a miniature build. So let's get into the actual crafting process. So nothing here. Just keep re-rolling until we okay. Okay, this is actually fantastic. The 12 armor is kind of mega dookie. But I mean, these are the literal exact reses that I was wanting to have. I said minimum 45, 45. And so let's come over to the crafting bench. And I think at this point, I think I'm going to want to slam this, right, and try and hit a max life roll. But before we do that, we need to figure out what we want to block. And for that, we got to go to PoE DB. And it looks like PoE DB, right? We already have a plus armor, like a flat armor roll. That's 8,000. We're looking for life. And so I think we need to block the next highest weighted mod, which is our percent armor. And that's going to give us the highest chance of exalt slamming into a life roll. So let's see what we get. Let's bring this bad boy back over here. And let's throw an exalt on it. Okay. 64 life. Not too bad. Let's replace our armor percent mod with an actual good mod. Hopefully we at least top tier it. 72, it's close enough. And there you have it. I mean, we have this like glaring, terrible prefix of plus 12. But I can overlook that. We got 839 armor, double 45 res with a 34 chaos, and a pretty okay-ish decent life roll. I mean, I'm pretty happy. This was a relatively cheap craft for what this helmet is. And this helmet is hitting all the high notes for us. And yeah, now all we have to do is get our implicits. And then this helmet is done. I could go back and try to annul off the 12 and slam again. But I'm not really sure if that's really super worth it. I think I'm happy where this helmet is at right now. It's a very, very good armor roll. 839 armor is nothing to scoff at. And now we can just move on to our next piece of gear, which is probably going to be the same process on the gloves, which is probably what I'm going to go for first. We'll do another 34% fractured mod on some Titan gauntlets. And since we already spent the money, getting our nulls and our exalts and our essences, hopefully we get just as lucky or unlucky, and I can show you how the process of annulling and slamming and then failing and then having to start all over. That's always kind of fun. At least for the content, not necessarily fun for my bank account. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Be good to yourselves.